And we're continuing breaking news here tonight out of Coeur d'Alene. Police are actively taking sniper fire near Canfield Mtn in Coeur d'Alene. This situation started just after 2 p.m. Firefighters were ambushed when they responded to a brush fire near Canfield Mtn. When they arrived, they immediately fell under gunfire. 2 people believed to be fire personnel, have died, but an unknown number of casualties in this situation. Dozens and dozens of police have responded to the scene. They're actively working to try to navigate and figure out where these suspects are. We do have some teams on the ground there in Coeur d'Alene. We'll start with our Hunter Bertram, who is live at the scene. He was just at that press conference with the Kootenai County Sheriff. We'll send things out to him. Hunter, what can you tell us out there at this point?
Yeah, Jordan, just about 30 minutes ago, the Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norris updating us saying those 2 individuals who believed to be firefighter personnel have died, shot and died here at Canfield Mtn. That's just behind me here in Coeur d'Alene, very popular area. This is next to the Cherry Hill Dog Park, just off of I-90 in East Coeur d'Alene. Right now, what you can see at the scene, if you take a look over my shoulder, it's a command center of dozens of law enforcement personnel. And as you said, there are still active gunfire on the mountain. I asked what areas, what is there a shed, is there something up there that the shooter is taking shots from? They say it's coming from the brush, and they say that also there's no signs that this person will surrender and stop shooting at law enforcement. They say it's heavy gunfire from a modern day sports rifle, and there's unsure too if it's one suspect, multiple suspects. We don't have that clarity yet, and exactly how many casualties or people have been shot at this moment. There was 4 life flight helicopters here earlier. There's now only 1, but we do know those 2 people are dead. And earlier I was also at Kootenai Health. They had many law enforcement hospital personnel staged to take in these patients. There's a helicopter above. That's the Sheriff County helicopter also in the area. Lots of law enforcement personnel all coming to aid to take out, they said, to neutralize this suspect. They said if there's a clear shot, they're going to take that shot and they're going to neutralize the suspect. Jordan?
Yeah, and Hunter, and that seems to be the big emphasis, is it's an unknown number of suspects. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4. The sheriff had no indication of how many are out there. And as you mentioned, blending in with their surroundings, it's not believed that they're in a cabin or a home up there. They're hiding within the brush and kind of the wildlife out there.
Yeah, that's what I asked, if it's a home, what type of, where they're getting fire from, where they're getting fired at from. And they said it's from the brush, dense brush here on the mountain, which that's where the firefighters were responding to. 121, they responded to a half-acre brush fire here at Canfield Mtn, and actually they're letting it burn. They can't get fire personnel, they can't get any resources on the mountain because it's just too dangerous. So they're going to let this fire burn throughout the night just until they can get that suspect neutralized. And I also want to make it clear to folks at home, this is a dangerous situation here in East Coeur d'Alene. They're telling people, stay in your homes if you're in this area. The shooter is still on the mountain, and it's also unknown if there are people stuck on the mountain. There might have been people hiking there today that are now sheltering place on the mountain. They said that could just be more individuals on the mountain. Jordan?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Hunter, we'll check back with you in just a little bit. And again, the most important information, police actively under sniper fire right now. As you heard, high-powered rifles still an active threat. We do have our Mary Sheridan on the ground there as well. We'll send things out to her as there. Mary, what can you tell us?
Jordan, I'm joining you from Ironwood and US 95. We're kind of looking at the south side of Kootenai Health right now. I'm going to take a step out of the way so that you can see the scene that we've been monitoring for about an hour. Emergency vehicles are staging in front of the hospital, getting ready to respond to this crisis. When I was out here earlier today, I think we counted around 5 ambulances, but since then, many of them have left. We've seen a few head out. Actually, just a few minutes ago, a fire truck, take a listen. And Jordan, this is the type of activity that we've been seeing off and on for about the hour that we've been here. Emergency vehicles are going in and out of this area. We've seen some ISP troopers, fire trucks, as you saw, ambulances, all responding to this crisis that's making national headlines at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly a very active scene over there. And we did learn that the Spokane area hospital said they are willing to take any victims, any patients that may not be able to be treated over there in that area. I wonder if you'd seen anybody be dropped off at the hospital at this point, or if that's still up in the air at this point.
We haven't been able to get that close. We've been asked to keep our distance. It's very important that we're allowing these first responders to have the room that they need to help the people that are involved in this emergency, Jordan.
All right, thanks for that, Mary. Again, 2 firefighters dead from this incident in Coeur d'Alene. And that fire is still burning. As we mentioned early on, they said they won't put any resources on that.